When you have an ongoing engagement with someone with a very strong narcissistic bent, let's keep in mind they have a high need for control, low levels of empathy, lots of exploitive and manipulative behaviors. When you're in the presence of that person, do you ever just get the feeling where you think, I guess just by my very presence here, I'm driving this person crazy, and it seems to be bringing out the very worst in them. I seem to bring out the very worst in them. Well, let's keep in mind that you're a player on the stage, and that's very important for you to recognize. The plot is whatever's going on inside of their mind, and they're trying to bring you into their plot, but you are indeed a player on their stage. And if you feel like you're driving that person crazy, I want you to recognize 4 different issues that narcissistic individual may be dealing with that keeps them in that crazy making kind of mode toward you. Now, as I go through these 4 issues, then I'm going to want to talk with you about what it does to the inside of them as they engage with you. And then I'm also going to want to talk about how you might be able to respond inwardly when they try to pull you in to their game, because that's obviously something you don't want to do. So let's get right to it. When we talk about the things that drive narcissists crazy, one of the things we're going to say at the top of the list is disruptions. Narcissists have an agenda. They have a fixed way that they think things are supposed to go. Now, this is whether we're talking about the covert narcissist, the overt narcissist, the hedonistic, it's all about me and pleasure-seeking kind of narcissist. They have their agenda. And then you or anyone else can come along and say, well, I'm doing things differently, or that's not my timetable, or I have some other things I have to take care of first, or I don't really agree with that. I'd rather do this instead. And they're wanting to coordinate with you, and all they can think is, you're just nothing but one big, huge inconvenience to me. You with all of your differentness and with the fact that you don't think exactly like me. I want what I want now. That's how they think. Well, we take it a progression further, and another thing that can drive a narcissist crazy is life's complexities. Not only can you just have disruptions just in terms of lifestyle preferences, but there just may be some things about who you are and how you conduct life or other individuals that can drive them crazy. They have a hard time dealing with things that require a certain amount of blending or empathy or acknowledgement of, that's just not the way things go, but there it is. As an example, there may be some people who have lifestyle issues. Maybe there's been a step parent or step children kind of situation, and it creates difficulties during the holiday time. Or it may be that inside a business setting, they want to go forward with a certain project, but there are all sorts of little details that have to be taken care of. It may be that they're engaging with you, and you have different preferences as to how you want to engage with things, and then you're over there saying, well, as we're doing this, we need to factor in these people over here, and they just don't like to have things in that complex kind of way. They're very black and white in the way that they think, and as a result, they want life to unfold according to what their grooves tell them. And so anytime life complexities can come along, they're thinking, quit asking me to adjust. Quit telling me I'm supposed to compromise. This feels like I'm dealing with too much vagueness, and I don't know how to do things. I just want to nail things down. Complexity can create that crazy making on the inside. Well, taking it to an even deeper level, another thing that causes narcissists to go crazy is inclusion. Life proves over and over that there can be all sorts of other experiences or other people. There are folks who have different political beliefs than you. There are people who have different religious beliefs. There are people who have different lifestyle practices and who they live with or how they manage to do things. And as you engage with life along the way, there are times when you're asked to include those individuals who have some very different kinds of experiences. Now, it may be that somebody has had something happen to them and today they're different, or tomorrow, or for the rest of their life, things are just not going to go according to the plan. And so we want to learn how to accommodate different ideas or different preferences or different lifestyle circumstances. And the narcissist is thinking, include? accommodate. I don't want to do that either. That's bothersome. It takes them out of their comfort zone, and they want to simply deal with people who are in their club, and please don't make me feel uncomfortable along the way. And then a fourth thing that can be crazy making for that narcissist is your autonomy. You see, as time goes by, you're going to at some point let the narcissist know through one form or another, hey, I want to make choices for myself. And they're over there thinking, wait a minute, who said anything about that? I'm the one who's supposed to have the knowledge, the corner of the market on all knowledge. You need to just do what I want you to do, and if you don't, that means you're being disobedient, or somehow or another you're being rebellious. And you're thinking, no, I just want to make choices. And your autonomy, your desire to be your own separate person, can create a type of panic on the inside. Now, some of these are real large and in charge kind of people, and they don't look panicked, but that's what's going on inside. It's like, I have to be in charge. You have to be subordinate. So we have these four issues: disruption, complexity, inclusion, autonomy. And those are crazy making issues for the narcissist. And then, as they're having to come to terms with all of that, here's where they can go in such a way that can make life difficult for you. As they struggle to come to terms with these issues, they have all sorts of thoughts that are going through their mind, and I want to run through a bunch of them here. In trying to deal with these four issues, the narcissist is thinking, I must neutralize you. I must show you who's boss. I must break your spirit. I must turn other people's opinions against you. I must exaggerate your mistakes. They'll do so in the hopes that it can just make you that much more ashamed of who you are. I must remind you of your obligations to me. I must keep you from being fully you. That's not allowed around here. I must fit you into my mold. I must punish you for being separate from me. I must have your loyalty. I must have the final word. Are you ever in the presence of someone who thinks that way, and then they come across with those musts? And then when you notice that that's what they're thinking and they're communicating with you, it can bring out a lot of strain and tension on the inside of you. And what I don't want to happen is for you to get pulled into the counterflow. So let me see if I can go through some thoughts that you can maintain so that you don't get caught in their crazy making, but in the meantime, you can hold on to your own inner strength. And then this is going to be so important for you to learn to think like this. First and foremost, a thought that you can hold on to is, I make no apology for being me. I embrace all about myself that is unique. I will be crammed into no one's mold. I will love, accept, and celebrate those whose ideas stretch my mind. I will forever be in a growth mode, knowing that I'm a work in progress. That's who I am. I will respond to hatred with decency. I will comfort those who have been summarily oppressed. I will define myself from the inside out, not the reverse, as you would prefer. I will hear your words, measure them carefully, and then I will go on to the path that makes sense to me. I will remember my pain and use it as a force for good. I will thrive. I will survive. I will inspire. So you see, when disruptions, complexity, inclusion, autonomy come towards the narcissist, they go into that very negative mode, and they go into all of their control kind of tendency. You can use those four issues and determine, this prompts me to think, and this prompts me to realize that this is a world that has a lot of unique people with a lot of unique circumstances. Let's learn how to make room for so much of that. And so not only do those issues not bother me, those are going to bring out the best in me. That's how I respond to disruption, complexity, inclusion, and autonomy. Those are issues that make me stronger. Those are issues that cause me to think and be a much fuller, richer person. Can you think like that? I certainly hope so. Now, I do hope that videos such as this will spur you into good thinking. And if you've not done so already, I would invite you to go beneath the video and hit the subscribe button. Also, beneath the video, we have a link to our email list that would allow you to have some bonus videos and some articles and promotions that would come your way. If you have a need for online counseling, we have a link below here. I've gotten good feedback from individuals who may not have access to counselors where they are, but they've been able to use that. So if that's a need, certainly avail yourself to that. In addition, we have links to my books, my online workshops, and so I'm hoping that would be something that you would be able to take advantage of. We even have coffee mugs. Now, as you go, I want you to know that I'm hoping that you can learn to anchor down in calm firmness. I'm hoping you can anchor down in peace.